Hello, humans. Welcome to the Think Share. My name's Zach. I'm here to bring to what I've been thinking about, sharing about, talking about, listening to, reading about that doesn't belong in math class to make you the goodest version of yourself. So my wife, she had a challenging day, I might say, and she gave me a call. We were just catching up on how our days went. Hi, Bumble 818. So what I said to myself was the best thing that I think I could do right now is if she comes in, I got dinner ready and the dishes are done. So right now we got kind of a dirty sink. I just emptied the the clean dishes from the other day that were drying, and I think one of the things that this might seem stupid, but I've been dreaming about being a stay-at-home dad ever since I read this book called Lean In. So Lean In is by Sheryl Sandberg, and she's one of the executives. I believe it's at Facebook. And one of the things she talks about is how before we're gonna see a major change in corporations and seeing more women in leadership positions out there, we got to see a change in the way that things work at home. Because if people, a really interesting conversation it brought up was that a lot of people, when they look to have kids, one of the first things that often happens is that the women have to think about, am I going to stay at work or not? And as long as that conversation is like the only one that a woman has to deal with and not a man as well, a lot of things are not going to change in our society. So one of the things I've really enjoyed doing is, I guess I would say, sort of becoming a bit more domestic. Since reading that book, I still don't enjoy cleaning dishes. I still don't necessarily enjoy everything that I do. But one of the things I really do enjoy is doing stuff for Alyssa. So a lot of times, cleaning dishes sucks. I just am not a fan of it. I hate to say it, but I'm kind of just not good at it. I always miss spots. And one of the things that I always get out of it is seeing the smile on Alyssa's face. So I think one of the things, if you're a husband, if you're a boyfriend, if you're a partner out there, when your partner is having a tough day, think about what they would love to come home to, especially if you're home before them, or what you can bring them if they're already home. I was thinking about bringing her roses or something, because I know she had a little bit of a tough day before I went to the supermarket. But tomorrow's date night, so one of the things I'm going to be doing tomorrow night is I'm going to be bringing her to, was it Arsenic and Something? It's the school play that is at our high school. So she doesn't know she's going to that. I told her she can wear sort of preppy clothes. She doesn't have to get too dressed up. And I'm going to bring her flowers tomorrow. And I always get excited for our monthly date because it's sort of a time to really appreciate each other, because I feel like so many couples these days, they don't necessarily stop and appreciate each other. They Netflix and chill together, but they don't make it purposeful. They kind of do it accidentally. So that's one thing that I'm really glad we've done is bring date night into our lives. Been doing it monthly since about 2014, and I think it's important for any relationship that is working and thriving and growing, is for you to continue appreciating each other and making purposeful time for that. Because I think we have a lot of moments where we do choose to spend time with each other, but it's not quite as purposeful as would probably be ideal. P.S. One of the things I look forward to doing when she comes in, we've been drinking wine a bit lately. So Charles Shaw, they call it $2 or $3 Chuck. It's the Trader Joe's brand, and we've been trying to appreciate wines so that we can go out to like nice restaurants and taste good things. And I'm looking forward to pretty much having her walk in and just straight up pouring it. Let's check out these comments real quick. Well, there's a lot. Yeah, there's Poke's here. I sent you another logo. Some more. Oh, sweet. I look forward to seeing that, Alex. Awesome. Good. Thanks, Cliff. Hi, Fun Learning. Welcome, great man. Thank you. My son's running amok right now, he says. Take care, everyone. See you, Cliff. By the way, Cliff, that was just in the chat. One of my great supporters out there is Cliff. He's a UFC fighter. I don't know a ton about his specific career, but I've watched at least, I forget how many fights I've watched of him on YouTube, but he's really fun to watch. He's one of those athletes that's always trying to get other athletes to be awesome and to put in the work and to develop that mindset that's really useful for athletes to have. So I invite you to check out Clifford Starks in the chat there. I thought this was gonna be shorter. I thought she was coming right in. She's on the phone with one of the doctors at her practice, so I get to hang out a little bit with you guys more. Making a first song and music video. It's called Whip It. Nice. I look forward to watching that. Blake, that scooter kid that just put in the comments. I've been talking with him quite a bit over these live streams about what he can be doing to grow his channel. I want to clean the dishes too, but I feel like it's just going to be too loud for me to do it the same thing. Zach, you're amazing at dancing. Thank you, Poke Girl Bros. Did you get to see it in person, or did you just watch one of the recent video I put out? I guess I can't make this video saying that I'm being a good husband without actually washing the dishes. So I apologize for the noise, but I gotta be real. So wait, Poke Girl Bros, you're telling me you saw me in person and you didn't introduce yourself, dude? So Poke Girl Bros, for those of you that don't know, has been one of the people that's been coming into these live streams pretty often. Wait, he did? Did he introduce himself as Poke Girl Bros? Was he one of the ones just like yelling yeet on the way out and like after the show was over? I don't remember him actually introducing himself as Poke Girl Bros. I wish he had. That would have been so awesome. Oh, okay, it was him. All right. Now I know who he is. Cool. So I know a couple of you all are in high school. So since we're on the topic of being a good husband, I'll share with you some thoughts I have about dating in high school. So I think the thing that could be valuable about dating in high school, which I never really did, is the fact that I think the value in having dating experiences throughout your life is you get to know yourself. As much as we're, there to be interested and meet people, I think that if we look at dating from the perspective of, P.S. I'm doing the dishes right now because Alyssa's about to come home and I want it to be a little bit cleaner for her when she walks in. This is her weekend because she has Friday off, so I'm hoping she'll come in a few minutes when I'm done with this while I'm live streaming here. Thank you for dealing with the water noises. Wait, does this soften the noise? Ooh, better. But yeah, one of the things I think is interesting about the possibility of dating in high school, which I wish I had done more of, and I wish I had had this perspective of it, is I think you learn a ton about yourself. So many people, I think, I dated quite a bit in college, and I met a lot of different people. I learned to appreciate a lot of different types of people, and I think by the time you get to your 20s, or maybe you're about to approach your 30s, I know there's a lot of people out there that are, they're approaching their 30s and they have concerns that, they're not close enough to their ideal mate, and so then they rush things, or it's, it gets weird, like they're already thinking about their wedding date going into any kind of relationship. I think the value in dating in high school and college is you want to learn about yourself. It's not about finding like the ideal person. It's more about, those are fish sticks dinging. Let's see, timer. I want to go another 10 minutes. I think the underappreciated thing about dating, that we all think that we're dating because we want to meet someone, or, maybe some people just want to hook up or whatever, or they think someone else is attractive, so they want to spend time with them. But I think the missed opportunity is learning about ourselves. See, one of the great things I've learned about myself from being with Alyssa, let's see, I met her back in 2013, and we've been dating, we started dating November 21st, 2013. I proposed to her on March 17th, 2014. and we got married October 10th, 2015. So we've been married like 2.5 years-ish, but we've been together we've known each other / been together for a little like 4.5-ish years. I've learned an insane amount of things about myself because of her. The reason I think she makes a really good partner is because she makes a great mirror. I think a great partner, a great person to be around is someone that makes you the best version of yourself, and allows you to really be yourself and doesn't judge you for it. So I know that I've had girlfriends in the past that, hold on a second, grab the fish sticks. I gotta flip them. Woo! Oh! Oh yeah! So one of the valuable things that I learned was that I know there are a couple, I can think of a couple off the top of my head. I had a couple girlfriends in college that I didn't feel completely comfortable around. You know, I didn't always feel like I could be my like authentic self. And so I think that was what I discovered about myself in college, was that I was really looking for someone that I could be myself around. Because if you find somebody, you know, as much as I hate the fact that this comes from Wiz Khalifa, a really great quote was that your goal is not to date the most beautiful girl in the world. It's to date the girl that makes your world the most beautiful. And that's real talk right there. Because, you know, I've been on dates with people that, you know, do modeling for a full-time profession. And to be honest, I found that they're really great to look at. Some of them were, you know, fun to talk to, but I really did not feel myself, and I didn't feel like I had permission to be myself around some of them. And so I think when you find someone that's willing to be themselves around you, I think that gives you permission to be yourself around them. And that is what makes a good relationship, because then you're not faking, you're not lying to yourself, you're not lying to them, you're not lying to your community, to your world. All in all, I guess the message here is, if you're going to do dating early on in life and you're not thinking about marriage yet, don't do it because the person's good looking. Don't do it because maybe date someone if they ask you out, but do it mostly to learn about yourself and what works for you and what you do and don't like. I just saw Alex said something. Can this be for friends too? Absolutely. I think the other mistake I might say that I made was not always considering, am I hanging out with my friends because they're making me a better version of myself? It was always about fun. And I think that if I had taken a closer look at the people I was hanging out with at certain times in life, not always, and not at specific times, kind of here and there, but if I really looked at who I was hanging out with and who I was becoming by being around them, I think that I might have, I feel like I'm pretty close, I'm on the direction of reaching my potential right now, versus there are a lot of points in my life where I was either going backwards or I was just really not in the direction of meeting my potential. And so I think once I discovered that I could really choose my friends, I mean, as much as they say you can't choose your family, you can choose which family members you are going to be friends with. And I think the kind of ironic thing about family members is that when you realize that you actually have an option to be friends with them or not, and you're not forced to do or be a part of any kind of relationship with a family member, you have like a lot more joy sometimes, I think, in actually like going to be friends with them or having a relationship with them. A great example is my cousin Patrick. Now, after I did the Landmark Forum back in 2013, hold on, I'm gonna put these fish sticks back in. Fish! Back in 2013, after I did the Landmark Forum, I called up my cousin and I said, you know, I've hung out with you a couple times. And of the times that I've hung out with you, we've had some great conversations. I've learned a ton from you. And we like sparked a new friendship from that. And as much as he was family, it had never really been a friendship before. So realizing that I could choose him as a friend, even though he was family, that was a great opportunity for me to realize that. So I guess I'm sort of just coming back to Alex's question that you can apply this to your friends as well. Very welcome. I've always encouraged my kids to use Corinthians 14, 4-8 and replace the word love with a friend or lover's name. Love is patient, love is kind. Oh, that's the one that a ton of people read it at weddings, I think, right? Yeah, I agree with that. Because another one of my favorite quotes, I'm not sure quite who originally said this, but they say that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So ideally when you're picking a partner, it's someone that you're probably going to be spending a pretty solid amount of time with. And if you're choosing them and they are not their true selves, then you're probably not going to be your true self very often either. Oop. Yeah, honey. Oh! Say hi to the live stream. No. Marlin Bundo's here! You guys get to see this live. There's only 2 people watching. This is pumped. I'm hyped.
Why is it so hot in here?
Because I'm cooking fish sticks, and I just opened the oven to flip them over a couple minutes ago. And I just had the heat, the hot water on. All right, so I'm amped about this right now. The question is, do I do this live? Hell yeah, I do it live. I don't care if there's one person on. So, Alex, this, if you know who John Oliver is, John Oliver is he's a comedian / talk show host, and he it's the was it Last Week Tonight on HBO. So, yes. So the fun story about this is a children's book. All right, so Marlin Bundo. This is the ultimate internet troll. So if most of you guys may know, Vice President Pence is a strong believer in conversion therapy. Conversion therapy is the act of. Oh, I'd love to read it on your channel, Kathy. The conversion therapy is the idea that people that are gay can be converted to be straight, and a lot of people, including myself, absolutely disagree with that, because that would be. It would be saying it's almost like there's something wrong with them that's being fixed, and I think gay people do not choose to be gay. I think they're born that way, and there are millions that agree with me. So, what Vice President Pence did was they actually have a pet bunny in the White House. It's like the first pet bunny in the White House, and what he did was he wrote a children's book about like a day in the life of a bunny at a White House. And they published the book, and so John Oliver, as the ultimate media troll that he is, decided he was going to make a same book called Marlin Bundo, which is the name of the bunny, except it would be about a bunny that is gay and finds true love in the garden of the White House. So let's read a little. Oh, it's so good. A Day in the Life of Marlin Bundo, written by Marlin Bundo with Jill Twiss, illustrated by E.G. Keller. Hello, my name is Marlin Bundo, and I'm a bunny. I live with Mom, Grandma, Grandpa in an old stuffy house on the ground of the U.S. Naval Observatory. That's because my grandpa is the vice president. His name is Mike Pence. Alyssa, this is going to be gold.
My mom already read her version.
Oh, she got one too?
Yes, and she read every word to me.
Shout out to to my really good friend Zach and Susan Asian for talking about buying this, and I just decided I had to have it. So for the people that just came on, I'm reading out loud my new children's book that just came in, Marlin Bundo, written by the John Oliver team. But his story isn't going to be about him because he isn't very fun. Talking about Mike Pence there. This story is about me because I'm very, very fun. This is a story about my favorite special day. Oh my god, this is amazing. So is it an audio version or it's like a video or something is read by the guy from Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
Is it a video?
It's an animated short of it.
So an animated short, I'm assuming you can find it on YouTube. If you know Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory, he does the narration for Marlon Bundo on it. So, my very special day started out like every other day. I woke up all alone. Then I ate a fine bunny breakfast all alone, while I watched the news all alone. You see, sometimes old, stuffy houses are also lonely. After breakfast, I hopped to the garden and looked at the flowers and say, "Hello down there," to the bugs. "Hello, Phil. Hello, Dennis." And you can see that they're playing chess on one of the flowers. That is when I saw him. He was a big fluffy bunny with the floppiest floppy ears and the bushiest bushy tail. He was bunny beautiful. I was standing still, but being near him made me feel like my heart was still hopping. It's a beautiful bunny with the floppy ears. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Gotta hop off, check out that book. All right, sounds good. Hey, Tando, hi. My name is Marlin, I said, but my family calls me Botus. I think that's like a play on POTUS, like the President of the United States. It's short for Bunny of the United States. It's a long story. My name is Wesley, and my family calls me Wesley, says Wesley. It's right there. Wesley and I hopped together all around the garden. We hopped over daisies. We hopped over tiny carrots that weren't ready to grow up and be lunches yet. All right, it's dinner time. You know what? I would say check this book out, check the short out. I could probably put it into the description for about 23 minutes, and most people probably won't get this far in the video, but yeah, search Marlin Bundo. I'm going to read this probably with Alyssa right now. We're going to hang out. Yeah, this is, I'm excited to just have this around, and this is just going to make me so happy, because one of the things I love about John Oliver is how, Alyssa, what's like one of your favorite like pranks that John Oliver's done? I feel like one of them has been like, this is probably the best. Well, what's your second favorite? I feel like one of them was this politician or something, like he was suing people for like slander. So like he said, like he made like a public statement like, "Stop slandering me or I'll sue you." So naturally John Oliver just talked crap about him on his show, and then he got in a lawsuit with him. What was the other one? Oh, they had like, there was a wax museum for presidents, and they bought a bunch of the wax statues of presidents. So, John Oliver, he's unreal. I invite you to check out his show. Heads up, there's a pretty solid amount of swearing. Gets a bit inappropriate, but absolutely enjoyable. That's pretty much the only place I really like getting news, because most of the news I hear is so depressing. He makes it better. That's all for today. I'm going to go hang out with my wife, since the title of this video...